Mavs don't get the job done tonight, guys. I know we want them to, but just not tonight. Got bit by the old injury bug again with the Mavs. Porzingis goes out with, I guess, an ankle injury there at some point. But you know what? For the most part, I did like what the Mavs had going on for a second. Before Porzingis got hurt, I liked the way they were moving the ball, but at the end of the day, it just wasn't good enough. They take one right on the chin out there in Minnesota, which is okay because we'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves again on Tuesday here at the AAC. Oh man, where do I even begin with this game? I'm having phone issues and with some house stuff going on. I don't know if I can call in, but I'll try. I may be in and out of the post game talk. Don't worry about it. Ain't money. Not a whole lot to go around here right now tonight. With the L they just took. I guess you say there's two back to back because then they took one to LA and now they just took one to the Timberwolves. This game was boring, didn't even. I don't know if it was. I wouldn't say it was boring. It did. I like the tempo the Mavericks were playing with before Porzingis got hurt. I was really into that for a second. Let's see here. Is it whenever you're ready? All right, we're waiting on the General Gavin Dawson. He's gonna be hopping on here at some point from 105.3 The Fan to talk about it. I'm pretty sure this just adds fuel to the fire that he has been going with on air lately. Uh, yeah, man. You know, when you don't have your star players, thing that's how it looks when you don't have your star players. Uh, KP before he went out had 13. He actually was playing pretty good. Tim Hardaway actually stepped up big tonight with his performance. He had about 28 points. He almost put up a 30-pointer tonight to help save the Mavs, but at the end of the day, just wasn't enough to get the job done. So I don't know if we can call these highlights. Another uninspired performance, but they didn't have Luca and Capital K. We lost in the third, so if I have one of both of those guys, yeah, I mean, well, I don't know if we'll have KP on Tuesday night. I know we probably won't have Luca. We probably won't see Luca until Christmas Day, especially with the way the COVID stuff is going around the NBA. You're just not going to see him. And Dorian Finney-Switch, it was Dorian Finney-Switch tonight. He was Dorian Finney-Switch tonight. I'm gonna give him his props. I'm gonna show him mad love. He was Dorian Finney-Switch tonight. Let's get over here to the highlights. All right, there they go. That's exactly what it was. Dorian Finney-Switch. I can't even deny the guy tonight. There he is right there to the basket. He was cutting and slashing and knocking down big shots. Dono was all over the place tonight. I'm gonna show him some love. Oh, they just could not stop Cat tonight. He got whatever he wanted tonight. D'Angelo Russell was shooting good tonight too. Listen, this team here showing some good stuff while the Ant Man is gone. Um, with COVID. Look, there's one by Dodo right there. Dorian Finney Swish. Yes, Tim. Maxie with a break. We get back down court. Now tonight they played. Yeah, they can't. Tonight they just played. They picked up the tempo tonight, which is what I'm happy about with this Mavs team. They didn't weren't playing slow and walking the ball up. They were running tonight. I really like the pace they played with tonight. Look at this. They getting back on defense. They got everything going. Uh, but it's not just enough. But wait just 1 second here. 1 second. Because I do believe we have our guest of honor queued up, ready to go. 1 second, let me get some stuff together here for him. I'll come back. I'll come back to those highlights here in just a second. But I have to come back to him because joining us right now is a guy who has not been showing my coach much love here lately, and I'm curious as to why. But we got him here now, and before I introduce him, I want to make sure I do it right because you hear him every day. 10. No, it's not 10 to 3 anymore. You actually hear him 2 to 7 now on 105.3 The Fan. He's the general. He leads the pack every day on 105.3 The Fan. Here he is right now, the general at Gavin Dawson from 105.3 The Fan, man. How you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing terrific, Walt. Thanks for having me.
I like that microphone, man. That's official right there.
Yeah, I got Studio G worked out here at the house pretty good during the pandemic, and now it comes in handy from time to time, like right here. I'm all right. My level's good.
Yeah, everything's good. You're great.
Okay, cool.
I'm just I like how you got that whole thing set up right there, everything ready to go.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's beautiful. I'll show you how to do it if you want.
Yeah, I might need to get something in that. Well, I'm glad you're here tonight, man, because as we just saw, the Mavs just took another L, and I know that adds fuel to your fire here about Coach Kidd. And I'm just curious why you have so much animosity towards my guy, Coach Kidd, man. Now, before
I love Jason Kidd. I don't have any animosity towards him at all. I don't know why everything is happening that is happening that he is doing. I have my fingers crossed that he's doing the right thing, and that is showcasing Porzingis in a way that can increase his trade value and get him moved. And I don't have any evidence to believe that it is that or it isn't that, but that's what I'm hoping what we're seeing is, because since he's taken over, he's tried a bunch of different things, and what we're finding out is Rick Carlisle had the answers of how to optimize this basketball team. It's not a good defensive team. It can be an elite offensive team as long as you put Porzingis in the corner. But Jason Kidd has some fantasy that he's going to make KP a star. And spacing's not important in today's game, so we can put two big men on the floor. And Porzingis is a good pick and roll player. He's got all these ideas. And hey, they're perfectly fine ideas to me as long as they're to get Porzingis numbers up so they can trade him and start rebuilding this basketball team. Walt, how about that? I love Jason Kidd, though. Loved him as a player. Wish him nothing but the best as a head coach. But right now with this Mavs team, the most important thing is not optimizing your chances of victory every night. Your most important thing is trading Porzingis, finding a way to turn over the roster and get a different combination of players around Luka.
I want to agree with you on some of that, but I just don't see as the owner himself who has come out and says that Porzingis is a top 20 player, and this is why we don't trade him. I just don't see a trade happening with Porzingis on this roster. I'm sorry. Yeah. I just don't see it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm afraid. That's my number one fear of why we're seeing what we're seeing is that, it's Jason Kidd's first year on the job. Mark Cuban wants it to work with Porzingis. Mark eliminated a Hall of Fame coach and possibly Hall of Fame general manager, so he would have less resistance for the plan that he wants. Brought in a coach that knows, you got to do what Mark says, and there's a big paycheck that comes along with that. And that's what I'm worried. What we're watching is, Walt. I hope that they're trading Porzingis. I fear that we're catering to Mark Cuban.
Now, the other day I was listening to you. You were with McMahon, and you asked McMahon, "Is Rick Carlisle's coaching style is it outdated?" Yeah. And a couple weeks ago on the post game show, I said that the last two coaches remaining of the basketball that we came from, of Greg Popovich and Rick Carlisle, yes, their time is up because the style of basketball that they're used to coaching, it's just not the way you coach in the NBA anymore, because those guys are used to have one guy that leads the team and carries the pack that the team is built around, and everybody else just kind of just falls in line as far as the Ginobilis and stuff like that of the team. As far as to me, and Bastick was on here the other night, I was telling him to me, the Maverick team is still constructed as if Dirk is here. You know, we got all these role player shooters on the outside waiting for Luka, who doesn't play anything like Dirk, to dribble, or back the ball down in post. And when he can't do it, kick it out to a guy on the outside and let him shoot, just as they did when Dirk was here.
Yeah, you know, to me, the things that are outdated about Rick are just the way that he communicates. I don't know if he was ever a great communicator in any era. He's always been a little bit awkward and abrasive and impatient with people. I think that's a common trait. You know, I find it fascinating right now with you know, it's a common trait of successful coaches. It is Belichick, Saban. You know, these guys don't have a lot of time for your BS, and they're rude. And I think we've done a horrible job in American sports catering to these egomaniacs, and we should force them to be polite and professional more often, but we haven't. And the coaching culture is that they get to basically have zero accountability, be rude to people all the time, and then decades later, the world's changing, and we're like, "Whoa, Rick, you're rude. You got to go." You know, so I get it. The world's changing. We're finally trying to get people like that out, and we'll see if that works in sports. I don't know if it will. I'm sure, you know, the Zennials can insist on anything, but to me, that's how Rick was outdated. I think when you look at the playing styles, they are, you know, this is kind of cyclical. And right now, there's two different prevailing styles that are working, and they've kind of been working for a long time, whether it's team ball or whether it's isolation ball. And if your isolation player is good enough, if it's KD or LeBron, you can win a championship with that. If he's not, then you got to play team ball. And I just don't think the Mavs have enough real good skilled players to play team ball. They pretty much got to give it to Luka in space and hit threes if you want to have a really good offense again.
Now, Brian Broaddus probably makes the best point of all when he says he feels like Jason Kidd is playing certain players to show him that, you know, these guys just aren't good enough to be on the team. Like, for example, well, the Dwight Powell reason why he started comes to find out behind the scenes, Luke is the one who wanted Dwight Powell to start. He was the one pushing for it because he wanted to do pick and roll. And I was like, well, he's fat. How the hell is he going to pick and roll with somebody? He needs to be the picker at this point if he's trying to do pick and roll. But to that goes back to your point. We're catering to what guys want. And Lucas said he wanted Dwight Powell to start. And Jason Kidd's like, okay, all right, I'll start him. I'm going to show you that he shouldn't be on the floor with you or anybody else. And, you know, the problem with this team also is that when you, like they've done with Dwight Powell, they've taken him out of the starting lineup. The team is so bad when you take him out of the starting lineup, you still got to give him minutes because there's nobody else to go to.
Yeah, it's bad. You know, I think there's really no right answers for what Jason Kidd could do. You know, you talk about trying to just be an offensive team and have that be your identity and go back to what Rick was doing. It's still probably not getting out of the first round. We can talk about Porzingis and the you know, if you want to look at the coach, I'm not sure the coach is doing the wrong thing. You know, to read about Jason Kidd's past, he was kind of a tyrant and was hyper competitive too. So I don't know if it's him, but the point I'm getting to is the biggest problem is the roster, and the biggest problem with the future of the roster is Mark Cuban insisting guys deserve contracts that don't. You know, he's really lost his killer instinct and his edge that he had, I think, in the 2000s when it came to finding ways to make deals happen to change the team.
Now, the funny thing is the other day, after a game, he got on Twitter and said that it's the thing is that the players are just getting used to the basketball. And you had KP on the KMC Masterpiece the other day say, yeah, I'm not going to use that as an excuse.
Yeah.
So that goes back to your Cuban point right there. It's Cuban.
Yeah.
He's the common denominator of all of it.
Yeah, you know, he's going to keep making excuses for his poor decisions, but he had a team that couldn't get out of the first round 2 years in a row and basically brought it all back. You know, and now he, you know, we're changing the offense. We're going to Porzingis. He wants Porzingis to be a star so much that we're hurting the team. Their offense is now ranked 22nd in the NBA. We're hurting the team so Porzingis can be a star. And my biggest fear is because that's what Mark Cuban wants it to be. And that I think that's terrifying for Mavs fans. Obviously, the parts of the 80s were all right. The 90s were brutal. And then right there at the end, Mark Cuban gets the team and Dirk's here. And all of a sudden, things really turn around for about 10, 12 years. And then Donnie's still around and Rick's still around. And we're coming out of the Luka years. And all of a sudden, like the brain trust is gone. There's no talent. Mark Cuban appears to be more independently running the team than ever and making worse decisions than ever. So I thought the Mavs were trending in the direction of being the DFW team most likely to win multiple championships over the decade. And now I think they are the team most likely to become a perennial loser in their league.
I think a lot of people forgot that Cuban also fumbled the Steve Nash deal too, which is why Steve Nash ended up not being here. So he started off bad.
What have they done? Since championship, Walt, I'll ask you, what have they done well?
Nothing.
Just draft Luka, Jay Crowder, Jalen Brunson. Is there anything else they've done well?
No.
They rehabilitated a couple of players, O.J. Mayo, Monte Ellis, whose careers appeared to be gone.
Right.
The Chandler Parsons signing was brutal. The Wes Matthews signing was brutal. Extending Dwight Powell was hideous. All of these things. Tim Hardaway Jr. It was a bad, toxic contract you inherited. You somehow made him a functioning yet pretty inefficient go-to guy, and you decided, hey, we got to have this guy back. It's laughable, what's been going on post-championship with this team. And, I think I'm hoping that Jason Kidd and Nico Harrison can, let things settle down and start speaking some wisdom there to Mark.
I got my buddy Kendrick here to help us out here. What's going on, Kendrick?
What's going on?
Finally got your phone situated to help us.
Yo, what's going on, Big G?
Evening, Kendrick.
Yo, man, he got the best face for radio, bro.
Well, I'm in good company then. I'm in light company.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, man. Okay.
So listen, Kendrick, we're trying to figure out this whole fiasco here. First off, now back to what you were saying. We were talking about Cuban, how he's already fumbled. He fumbled the Steve Nash deal, so he came out of the gate bad with me already. But you're right. He bought back the same team 3 years in a row. Then we had Steph Curry. We traded him. We bought him back, and then we traded him again for Josh Richardson. And now we watch him over there in Philly, and he's balling, and he's doing what he's doing. And to your credit, it's the main thing to me is nobody's at fault more than Mark Cuban for everything that's going on right here. Just the other day, he's over there arguing with the guy who he hired, Bobby V, as I call him, about his analytics, and he's showing him, it's not the basketball, it's the three-point shooting. And another thing he brought up, we're trying to uplift Porzingis. Now, the thing is that I think Tim McMahon put it out, the numbers, they've been bad with Luka on the floor this year. Like, with Luka on the floor, the team has been progressively bad. I don't know if that's because he's out of shape or out of weight, but he's been bad while they've been on the floor. When he's off the floor, like the way you see them playing now, like they playing with so much pop and zip. Like even tonight, they were running and gunning all night tonight, up and down the court.
Well, what are you going to do? I mean, he is your star player, so that's something they're going to have to figure out going forward. As far as what you said, trying to say with Cuban, it's basically Jerry 2.0.
Oh God.
But both of them, basically, when Jerry started going crazy as far as me being the GM, what the company said, the socks and the jocks comment, basically, if you look at the timeline, basically both of them started basically being their own GM around it. The 60s, I think Mark's in his 60s, right? Gavin is in his 60s.
Uh-huh.
So, both of them start thinking they're the smartest guy in the room, and it's come to a point where, if that's the case, because let's face it, Nico is not the GM, Mark's the GM. Hell, Donnie wasn't really the GM, Mark was the GM. He's basically making all the decision. It's his team; he can do whatever he wants with it. But if you look at all the decision makings, like you said, Walt, the Curry and Josh Richardson trade was horrible.
Terrible.
You like signing a guy like Dwight Powell, who I can't really stand. He's making $11 million. Added up with Mr. Sniper,
Have you seen this? Have you seen this?
Bullock.
Bullock, he's got sniper alert written on his shoe.
Yeah, Bullock. Yeah.
And he put up
Trying
0 points in Lakers game. Yeah, he's got sniper alert on his shoes. He put up 0 points in the Lakers game.
That's brutal. Well, I saw his 3
and he's making
bad.
Yeah, very.
Early in the season, it usually is. Now's the time it better start coming around.
It's not.
He's making $10 million a year. So you add that up, that's $21 million of nothing you have in there. And that's basically thanks to your boy Mark Cuban. He came out and said it during the Nico press conference. Hey, if I'm the owner, I should make last say on her. Well, the thing falls at his feet. Whether it's Rick, and Donnie, or Nico and J Kidd, the whole thing falls. The mainstay is Mark. Basically, Tim McMahon said it best. It was basically Game of Thrones out there during the last years of the, I guess you can say, Mike Fisher, the Tree of Trust situation, where everybody was telling things on everybody, where everybody was cutting everybody's throats out there. So I don't see that happening between Nico and Kidd, getting that bad. But underneath Mark, who knows? Gavin, I told Walt this. I don't see a way out of this as far as short term. This is going to be a long process because you got guys on this team with with long contracts that are bad basketball players, and I can't see any way out of it as for the future.
You know, if you could figure out a way to get Porzingis trade value back, you could make something happen. Maybe you could dump some contracts, if you could find a way. But my biggest worry right now is with Jalen Brunson coming up, they're going to give him $15-18 million, and then your salary cap is just going to be completely gone.
You have to trade him. You got to find some way to trade him doing the trade their value because he's a good guard, but he's not what you need. If they want to put that money into him, that's their business. But you basically this is your team. It's basically your team now with the Hardaway deal and the Bullock deal. But if you lock him up, this is going to be your team for the next 5 to 6 years. And I'm with Walt disagrees with me this, I think. But I agree with your boy Mikey B. I think Luka's going to leave. I think him and Dirk are on a different type of mentalities. I think these young basketball players don't believe in loyalty. I believe Luka's going to see if he sees guys like Mitchell and some of his Booker and all these guys having success and getting the finals. He's going to look and say, "Why am I not in the finals? Maybe I need to go to South Beach or go to New York or go to LA." Walt did make that explanation about Luka having that purple jersey, that purple hoodie on during the Laker game. I don't know if he's trying to tell somebody something. I told him he had a big embrace with LeBron at halftime when LeBron was walking off the floor. He had a big hood and a long, like a 25-second conversation. I don't know what they were talking about, but it was big bro, little bro in that conversation. So I don't know what that means.
Sickening is what it was, Gavin Dawson.
I agree with Mike at this point. The way it's trending, that's what we're going to see. I would like to add, all Nico has to do is get one player, and everything will look different. All Jason Kidd has to do is, work with his agent and Nico and figure out some kind of way to get one player. And, if that player is a wing who can create and defend at a star level, a player of, Bradley Beal's caliber or something like that, then things will turn around quickly. Cleveland, dumpster fire franchise, worse than Mark Cuban, won it, Lakers
cleaning up right now.
The Lakers were a cesspool. LeBron was like, "I'll go there. I'll take Anthony Davis." Won it, And I know the Lakers are a little bit different because of the history and tradition, but you don't have to be well run as an organization if you have a GM or a coach or something or a star player that can get you another star player. Because now you're one off season away from putting a supporting cast around it.
Well, to Kendra's credit, that hoodie situation really upset me in the AAC the other night. Like if I could have, I would have threw something at Luke and tell him take that damn purple
Yeah.
Hoodie off. What are you doing right now? Somebody must have got onto him because he took it off and then
it was off. It was off. It was off.
Come back on. I don't know who got onto him, but somebody said something to him.
There's no way he did it on purpose. I just don't. I don't think, Luka didn't even ever ask to get Rick Carlisle fired. I don't see him being any sort of a smart ass rebel like that. At least not at this point, not at this age. I want to believe it was just an accident.
I don't know the way that article was written, the way he was coming at Rick Carlisle. I can see it. If he was coming at Rick Carlisle the way he was coming at him, I could see Luka going off and doing something like that on purpose, just to send a little message like, y'all keep playing around here.
Man.
Well, Rick has Rick has a jerky attitude. He's an alpha male.
Trust me, I know.
And Luka's that same. I think got that same. So, listen. Like I said, I didn't hear about what you was talking about with Rick. Like I said, great X's and O's coach. Not going to take anything away from him, but in this day and age, Gavin, your coaches have to be more managers than actual coaches, X and O coaches. That's just the way the league works. The players basically run the league, and the agents run it right behind them. So if your top player doesn't like your coach, or the two top players don't like, then the player is not going to go, because the players put asses in seats, not the head coach. So unfortunately for Rick, that's what I think he read the writing on the wall. So he basically just exited himself out. He said, especially when Donnie was fired, he was fired. Yeah. That basically said, let Rick know, hey, it's time for me to go on to other pastures. I don't know if they're green in Indiana. Look at the situation, and they're in a fire sale. And the words that that some of their players have been saying out there. But like I say, I put it this way, Gavin. The reason why Steve Nash is coaches of the Nets is not because he's a great coach. It's because he was friends with Kevin Durant when he was basically on the staff in Golden State. Steve Kerr was great friends with some of the owners, the management in Golden State. It's all about relationships, and if you can't have those personal relationships, or they're not good in this day and age, whether you're a coach or a general manager, you're not going to last long in this league, because it's basically all about the relationships now.
Yeah, Rick's as bad as it gets, I think, in the relationship department. It's horrible.
So let me ask you this, Gavin. How do you feel about Porzingis now? Because now Coach Kidd coming into this season said that he was going to get his job was to get KP looking like he did back in the Knicks. And I'm also feeling like his job this season is to get him and Luka back on the same page, is what I feel like.
Yeah, I think he's accomplishing those things. If that's all you want to do with this year, then you've done it. Build your culture, get your good vibes going, and then start building a winning strategy. I don't know. It's a bad offense now. You had a history making offense. So shoot, you could customize an offense to get Boban probably 17-12 until he got hurt. Maybe even 20-12. You really could. Anybody in the NBA is talented, and you could build a game plan around them and get them points or rebounds, assists, whatever kind of game they have. So shoot, great. It's cool. I think the most important thing is getting him traded, and if that's what you're doing right here, I get it. If you're saying we need Porzingis happy and then we'll worry about optimizing our game plan for wins after that, okay, I get that too. But, Porzingis is soft. As soon as you say, hey, what we saw, KP, is that you really need to go stand outside and wait for the ball. That makes history-making offense. All this stuff that you like doing and you're all happy, it's actually insulting to the team, because we're much worse while you get to go be happy pretending like you're Kevin Durant in the high post or something, bro.
You hit the nail on the point, because as soon as I was about to tweet out, I said, man, KP's really lasting in there, and then boom, left foot soreness. I will not return to the.
Hopefully that's all right.
Yeah, well, okay, I can see your point on that, but they need KP to play better than what he's playing if they're going to do anything. Because I mean, right now, Luka, fat. Oh, I don't want to call him fat Luka.
Well, he's going to fat camp right now. He's the left ankle. Terry Mann said he wasn't limping on that left ankle in warm-ups at the Laker game. And he's going to little fat camp. Little fat camp. You know, you got to lose a little love handle. That's all.
Okay, so heavy Luka right now can't really do too much, right? So my game plan was the other day when we were talking, I said, right now they need to start Brunson, take Luka off the ball, and post him up more until they can figure out his weight or until they can figure out something. For the time being, that's just the service at all. And I think I told Chris Arnold and Sean Heath that the other night. Of course, Chris Arnold rolled up on me about the roster, you know, the comments we've been making about the roster or whatever. And I'm like, I mean, your owner is the reason why I've been saying what I've been saying. I mean, he's the one that's got Twitter fingers lately. But, you know, Chris Arnold wanted to promise me that the roster that we see now will not be the roster by the trade deadline. He's guaranteed me that.
Cool.
Is what he's saying.
Do you guys think if they package their other legit assets like the 2025 first rounder and Dodo and Jalen that they could get another player that along with Luka and KP could
no that's too long away a pick. If they
we need to stop giving away picks. I have
talked about this. Yeah, don't tell one about giving away picks. He can't stand it.
No, we're not doing this anymore. We're keeping our picks. We need a draft. I already told Kendrick if we trade another first round pick, I will run down there. I will lose my credential. I will run down on the floor and have a serious conversation with Mark Cuban. Like, bro, stop trading draft picks, okay?
Right now, we need to keep Luka. You know, it doesn't matter.
Let me ask you this, Gavin. I want to ask you this: Is there trade value for? I know you're talking about. Is there legitimate trade value for KP? Legitimate.
I think we're getting there. You know, the fact that it was talked about nationally and wasn't totally shot out of the water is a hideous idea for Kyrie Irving. I think it's a step in the right direction. I don't think Brooklyn would do that deal.
Please don't.
But
please don't.
Over the offseason, we talked with Sean McDonough, the former Suns GM, the announcer, and we asked him to look into it, and he was like, there's no value. Nobody will give up anything of substance. They might not even take him in a player dump. So I think we're heading in the right direction significantly. Hopefully this foot's just a little, blip in the radar. But I thought it was working out really well with Lucas sitting out going to fat camp and giving Porzingis the chance to take all the shots. You know, that's what we need.
I mean, I have nightmares about Kyrie Irving coming to this team. Like, I really do. Yeah. Like, that is a move that Cuban would make, just like he did with Rondo. Now, come to find out, I found out Dirk was the one who wanted Rondo here. So that's why they went and got Rondo, because Dirk said he wanted him here. So they got him here. So that's what I'm fearing with this Kyrie Irving. I don't know if Luka might have asked for it or how we got to this point, but I really have nightmares about this guy coming.
Well, Luka's publicly, we know, been asking for Ben Simmons. I don't know much about Kyrie, but I do know the Ben Simmons. He would love to play with Ben Simmons. So I doubt that deal is less happening than the Kyrie Irving deal because who you're dealing with. Those bridge burning in Philly.
Real quick, can I ask you about that real quick, Gavin? How do you feel about that trade that they put out there for Ben Simmons?
I'd love it, man. That's terrific. You know, you get defense, you get playmaking. You sure free throws are going to be an embarrassment? I need to bring in the hypnotist. Get these guys squared away at the free throw line.
You're right.
Hey, it could be no worse than Lucas.
No, both of them can't make free throws, so we can't have them both on the floor at the same time in the fourth quarter.
Oh, here we go with this.
I mean, it's true.
Hey, back to Kyrie, though. I had one question for you guys on that, though. If they did acquire him, of course, Kyrie has an opt-out. If you could have Luka and nothing else on the roster, right? So that's what the intriguing thing to me about Porzingis for Kyrie. You get him, it doesn't work, of course. He goes AWOL for 3 weeks and comes back and pretends like it's everybody else's problem. And then you're out in the first round. He's probably hurt, and then he opts out. Now you're one step closer, where with Porzingis, you would still have 2 more years to sit through.
And I agree with you, Gavin. That may be the only way I may do it, is that you can get off the books in a year, and then you got money. Maybe you can win or do a sign and trade with him, to send him somewhere that can get you better credible assets than you might not have gotten. But that's the only way I can do it. Kyrie, I don't. If he comes here, I don't see him staying here. This is not his. Maybe his connection with Kidd. He was a Nets fan. Back when Kidd was playing. He was up in the stands watching Jason Kidd play. So basically, maybe that connection. But other than that, I don't see him a long-term plan either by him or by Maverick standards.
Gavin, Dawson, GD, Kendrick, I want no parts of Kyrie Irving. I don't care if it's a salary dump, take out the trash dump. I don't want any kind of dump with Kyrie Irving here on this team. I want no parts of him. None. Listen, it's always something with him. I just have this feeling that if it wasn't COVID, it would be something this season with him. He would find some way to make it an issue, just whatever the case may be. That's why I don't want him here. I don't want him getting next to Luka and putting ideas in his brain, thinking he can start doing little stuff he's doing over in Brooklyn. What was it? I've heard stuff about Kyrie over in Brooklyn. They'll be like, "Hey, Kyrie, you gotta go to practice." He'll be like, "No, I don't have to go to practice. I can do what I want to do." Kyrie Irving. See, I don't want that kind of attitude around Luka. We still got Luka a little humble right now. I don't want that around here.
It's understandable.
Yeah, I'm out on that 100%. I want nothing to do with this guy. But
I have similar thoughts about Porzingis.
Oh God.
Well, to me, it's a pipe dream in regards. I don't see Brooklyn doing that. As far as I was heard, and him and Kevin Durant are back in in conversation with each other. Isn't he going to start playing part time with them now?
You'll start doing road games.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. we had a question for you here. Gavin says, "What you drinking, big dog, Gavin?"
Just ice cold water, buddy.
I didn't know we were doing what you thinking, what you drinking tonight. That's a good one.
There you go, Big G.
Drinking water and thinking about heading off to see my parents tomorrow, flying out. So,
okay. Are you going for the Christmas holiday? I know you always make that trip.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Heading out to Bend, Oregon. Maybe do a little skiing, a little ice skating.
Okay, man. Shoot, Oregon. Only thing I know about Oregon is Nike and Gavin Dawson.
Yeah.
Shots fired at Damian Lillard. What you just did there.
Well, he ain't gonna be there long. Sorry, Gavin. I know you're a Portland Trailblazer fan, but it's about time it's coming that he's probably gonna get traded.
Give me a couple more years. I'm hoping for a McCollum trade. And
I want that now for you.
And a top 10 pick.
See, I'm glad you brought that up because that's a problem I have there because I don't like McCollum with Damian Lillard. He doesn't know how to when Damian Lillard's on the floor, he has to become a spot up shooter, and he just don't want to accept that. Like he needs to be 3-and-D when Damian Lillard's on the floor, and it's like, dude, every time Damian Lillard shoots a three, he feel like he got to come shoot a three. Damian Lillard cross somebody over, go to the basket. He feel like he got to cross somebody over, go to the basket. I'm like, dude, you gotta let Damian Lillard be great, bro. Like, get out of the way when it's time. That's why Ben Simmons would actually fit great with Damian Lillard too.
Yeah. No, they're too similar. They're too similar if you ask me, and I guess Dame would like to play with Ben Simmons. But yeah, I see once you get to the playoffs, if you have a Steph Curry on the floor, you can work around that if you have good bigs and a wing who can defend. But if your two best players are small, right. I was really surprised they even made it to the conference finals that one year.
Well, Walt, would you do a deal, KP, for McCollum?
Yeah, I'd take him here. I'd take him here on the Mavericks. I just don't think that he fits well with I don't think he fits well with Damian Lillard. Like when Damian Lillard's on the floor, he has to just become a 3-and-D spot up shooter. Like, step aside. This is what this guy's built for. You see, he's shooting threes at the damn half court line. Get back there and in row.
Yeah,
McCollum would be great here and there. He's a Dallas type of player. He's a type of player that they like, big time. Gavin, man, thank you for joining us, man. This meant so much to me. I had to get your tape because I know last week you were giving it to my coach pretty hard, man. And I just didn't think it was pretty fair. And I'm like, what's Coach Kidd supposed to do? Like, there's nothing he could do to punish any player on the team. Like I said, the White Powder, It's so bad they took the White Powder starting lineup, but they still had to give him minutes because there's nobody else to go to.
Somebody had to bring up the fact that while everybody's celebrating the good vibes, they've gone from being the 8th best offense to the 22nd best. And that's not a good thing.
Your numbers, guys. See, you just gotta kind of let that go a little bit. But that also has to do with your star player too, because it says the numbers show that they are progressively worse with him on the floor.
Well, you're asking him to play some different offense. You're taking his spacing away. You're putting him in pick and roll with, 2 big guys on the court. And I'm not trying to make excuses for Luka. His numbers are still pretty dang good. His efficiency is down a little bit. He's off to a slow start, and he needs to lose weight. 260 pounds. That's an embarrassment. He's got a muffin top. It's not a good look for him, and I'm worried that he doesn't know how to live the right lifestyle. We saw this with Zeke at 22, 23 years old. Yeah. I think by the time Luka's 25 or 26, he'll probably acknowledge, that he's not a teenager, and you got to watch your weight year round, and you got to kind of work on staying in shape in the kitchen with your cardio and all that.
Unfortunately, Gavin, I agree with you, with your boy Mikey B. When he finally figures it out, he'll be on another team.
So before we let you go, the other thing with what you're saying. Now, I've been told that the deal is that when he goes back home, he likes dumplings. Yeah, he likes to eat dumplings when he's back at the house. But the other week we were talking about it on the show on bFb, and I was saying that all right, so now we're about to get to a point with Luka where we're gonna have to start seeing Kobe Bryant, Dirk, Michael Jordan, LeBron work ethic out of him, because if not, then we're gonna be like what are we doing with this kid? Because he's not showing us that he wants it. He's not showing that hunger. Well, he's showing hunger, just not that kind of hunger.
Yeah,
that kind of right. But me and Kendrick do this post game show, and we're starting to see that the comments went from don't talk about Luka to people saying they're tired of Luka. Luka's fat, and the other night it was just a roasted session of Luka, calling him Porky Pig. Sean Ireland right here is he's Luka's a baby New Year, all kind of stuff like that.
That was my fault, because I said him and Boban was in the back having a pie eating contest. I didn't know. I was just calling out different type of pies, maybe a chest or a lemon or pecan or peach. I was just calling them out: lemon meringue, key lime. Hey man, people like pie.
It is delicious. It is delicious.
Oh, we had a question for you, Gavin. Somebody had a question. Money. His name's Money After Anus.
Yeah.
Says, Gavin, I hear you about the talent. I agree, but I don't think there is a snowball chance in HE double hockey sticks that they can improve the roster with the assets they have.
Well, they can. Keep pushing Porzingis out there. Find a trade partner. And don't re-sign Brunson, get real serious. But I think now that you have Nico and Jason Kidd instead of Rick Carlisle, you really have a chance to flip those dynamics and find somebody. I think Rick had such a bad reputation. They had so many players rotating in and out of here for years. And I think a lot of them took the message out that, hey, Rick is not a good guy to play for. And I think now we really have a chance of resetting that narrative. Think of the 2000s and how many good players they were flipping guys right and left every other offseason. It was a Nick Van Exel and a Rafe LaFrance and a Jameson and a Walker, and it went on and on to Dampier and then to Tyson Chandler and then Peja Stojakovic and in his twilight. I mean, that roster was flipping loaded, man. Deshaun Stevenson barely played in the regular season. Sean, you guys know the championship team. You know what happened in the 2000s. So I don't know why. All it's going to take is somebody letting or Mark Cuban having the realization himself, holy crap, I've really messed things up. I've allowed myself to get comfortable and lost the hunger. And then, this organization has a track record and enough resources to get this thing done.
Now, to your point, last year when everybody kept saying, why don't players want to come here? And I kept saying it's Rick Carlisle. And I said, you got to understand, there are players that come here and have left, and when they go to other teams, they say, man, I'm thinking about going to Dallas this summer. And everybody here hates Rondo because of what he did, but, Rondo has a lot of weight in the league. So Rondo could go to somebody and say, hey, man, don't go play in Dallas. You're going to play under Rick Carlisle. He going to want you to run plays. He's not going to let you ball. Just, hey, man, don't go there. You go anywhere else, just don't go there. And I feel like that's really what happened over the past years. That's what my honest opinion is.
Yeah,
Well,
and you're right about that. I was in.
Well, Gavin, can I ask you a question? Right. Did you think that the trio of Rick, Donnie, and Mark basically? Did you think that basically was that should have been that was too long, too late? That should have been maybe broken up maybe 2 or 3 years ago. It just overran its course.
I advocated for keeping it together. You know, I did not want it to break apart. I think tactically Rick Carlisle is on par with the Belichick with his ability to find winning combinations of talent. It was just recently. Now that I know what I know, it's a no-brainer. You know, I think it's a shame that players need to be coddled so much that they would rather have a coach who's nice to them and be much worse. That's happy to them than having a coach that's going to get the best out of them. But the reality is, players, that's our new thing. I mean, you said it 20 minutes ago. You got to do what your star players say. So, yeah, it was probably a year late. Now that I reflect on that like that, because if Luka was already telling you that and the vibe was so awkward, yeah, it was at least a year late.
Well, Gavin, thank you for joining us, man. I know you are you flying out early in the morning or
No, we got an afternoon flight somehow. I'm not sure why, but
okay.
Yeah.
Well, listen, man, tell moms that I know I see her on my Twitter all the time. She likes the stuff I do. Tell her I am still waiting on another one of those pies that my dog ate the last time she gave me.
Yeah, the
I need another one.
Pie.
Yeah,
Who's your
good
pie?
Good old man.
Legendary.
She makes some really good pies. Trust me. Twitter and Facebook, you got to try these pies. These things are amazing. Although I only got
Kitchen, Huntington, Indiana. You can order one.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, last time I had one, my damn dog that's over here I only had one pie. I only had one piece of the pie. He got on the counter, ate the whole thing.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. He enjoyed it, so somebody at least enjoyed it. But so when are you coming back on air? Will it be after the New Year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be out there for about 10 days. Thanks for thinking of me, Walt. It's always awesome to be on with you.
No,
nice to broadcast with you, Kendrick.
Awesome for me, man, to get a chance to talk to the great Gavin Dawson, Big Daddy G in the building. Yes.
Hey, anytime. Kid, you understand? This man gave me a career.
Oh man, I believe it. I believe it, man. That's it.
Wow, you carved it out.
Yeah, this man gave me Thank you so much. And tell Abby and Cassandra I said hello.
All right, buddy, we'll do.
All right, man. Take care.
Right on, broski.
All right, man. Best to you and your family, bro.
See ya. Happy New Year. Happy holidays, guys. Take care. Thanks again.
All right.
No problem. So that was General Gavin Dawson joined us. All right. Well, hold on. While we had him here, I didn't even check and see if the interviews came in yet. Let's see. Well, I'll be damned.
They in?
Looky there, Kendrick. While Gavin Dawson was speaking, they got us 2 interviews.
Okay, I know it's snowing out there, so they probably want to get them interviews in and out and get out of there, you know. So
it's snowing in Minneapolis, huh?
Yeah, it's snowing up there.
Okay. You're gonna notice that Jason Kidd has his mask on. I think that's a new rule they got on with the NBA is that you got to keep your mask on pretty much down there on the floor 24/7 now. There is no pulling it down now.
Yeah, COVID explosion, bro.
Okay. Let's share this screen real quick and let's get over to Coach Kidd and hear what he had to say about tonight's loss. Although there's not much he can say here, but let's go over to him.
Jason, I know you're not a doctor, but do you have any sort of clarity or update on what's wrong with Keith's right foot?
Right foot soreness, x-rays are negative.
Yep. And come fourth quarter, knowing you guys were short-handed tonight as you were, do you think that just the sheer amount of minutes and responsibility across the available guys just kind of contributed to the slide there? Or was it something else you were noticing?
Well, I think it's a one-possession game, and we get the rebound, and we had numbers. Ball just didn't fall for us when we had the opportunity tonight, and we had a lot of them. But that's just something that we got to get better at. We missed some open shots. We got to stop when we needed to. And then at that point, after we missed, I think Sterling missed that three. That's when the game was over, pretty much. But we put ourselves in a position there. We have the numbers. It's just a matter of being able to make that shot, or looking to take the two, where then it becomes just a 1-point game. So something that we can learn from. But again, those guys fought. There's a lot of minutes being played, and if it's not COVID, it's the injuries that we're losing guys. So we just got to go with the guys that can play.
How tough is that when you're dealing with the COVID stuff? That you lose workers there?
Yeah, it's tough, but we got a great group of young men who are going to compete and fight, and we did that here on the road. We didn't shoot the ball extremely well, but we found a way to stay in the game on the road, and it was a 1-possession game, and we couldn't make a shot when we had to.
Eddie?
Hey, Jess, a couple things. First off, what's your message to a team in this kind of situation where obviously there's going to be some really extenuating circumstances for a while? And also, is there a decent or any chance Luka might be back on Tuesday?
The message to the guys is that we got to keep fighting and stay together, keep talking. Our spirit is still high. No one's going to feel sorry for you if you're shorthanded in this league. And so every team is going to go through it. It just seems like we're going through it right now. But again, on the road, we gave ourselves a chance to win. And then with Luka, we'll see tomorrow where he stands. But that's the latest I have for Luka.
All right. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
Recording stopped.
He's just so J Kid's just so brutally honest. I mean, I love him, man. He said when Sterling Brown took that three, I knew it was over. Hey, I agree with you, J Kid. When Sterling Brown took that three at the end of the game, I knew it was over too. Yeah, you didn't have much, but Sterling, that's how bad it was. Sterling Brown tried to tie the game with seconds left with seconds left in the game. It was Sterling Brown. Yeah. That's how you know it's getting bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what I just keep going back to it, Kendrick. What can he do, man? I mean, he has exhausted all his options.
Yeah.
I mean, what is
this like I said, I didn't. Yeah, I know Gavin, his issues with Kid are well documented, but this isn't
the thing is, Gavin's a Rick Carlisle guy.
That's
what it is. He's a Rick Carlisle guy.
So I guess that, but like I said, this thing that's why I wanted to ask them. Should that trio looking back on it now, that trio, Rick, Donnie, and Mark, did it run its course too late or too soon? Because looking at what Tim said and all the other people behind the scenes said, it looked like that trio should have been broken up. I feel not 1 year ago. It should have been broken up 2 or 3 years ago. You look at the decisions.
Rick Carlisle. I've always said Rick Carlisle. When Dirk left, Rick Carlisle should have left.
Yeah. Rick is bad at coaching young players.
Right.
He's just bad at it. He doesn't have the patience for it.
If you don't believe in that, go look at Indiana. They're already talking about rebuilding, and he ain't been there. He ain't even been there a full year yet.
Full year, yeah. They're talking about getting on out of there. Yeah.
You got Miles Turner, a all-star player, saying, "I feel like a role player."
Yeah. Yeah. So I think, like you said, if you look back on it, just looking back on it, as soon as they started drafting in the lottery, as soon as they drafted Dennis Smith, maybe it was time for Rick to get on out of there.
Because when you go draft a new player, you have to get a coach that can compliment him, which is pretty much what happened with Luka. You know, Rick was a Dirk Nowitzki coach. Coach Kidd is more of a Luka style coach.
Yeah,
that's why they got him. He makes sense to play with Luka. I mean, Luka is Jason Kidd with a shot. That's all he is.
Correct.
If you go back and watch Jason Kidd when he first came in the league, he's Luka.
Yeah.
He just didn't shoot or couldn't shoot like that. That's all it is.
Right.
Oh, Coach Kidd was a little bit slimmer, but
Yeah.
other than that, I mean, they're the exact same player.
Yeah, you're right on that walk.
As far as seeing the court and passing, they definitely are mirror and spit images of each other when it
Yeah,
comes to that. Well, I got
and like and like you say, you look at the kid how the pace as far as they play is faster. You remember when we talked about it last season, Rick called out. They were the slowest paced
oh
team
my
in the
god,
NBA.
walking the ball up
Just
court.
I mean, make or miss, just walking the ball up. I mean, every shot was hard because you allowed every other team to set the defense every single time because Rick had to call plays based on 80% of the possessions the Mavs had. He's up calling the play, and it just got ridiculous.
Oh god, I got Tim here queued up. Let's get over to him real quick and hear what he had to say. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure this ought to be entertaining.
Recording in progress. Practicing like normal Thursday, so they're just everything health and safety protocol wise and restriction wise.
I mean, we go in control. We can control at this point. So, KP has a funny saying when it's the life we chose. So it's just something that we just got to take into account and just go ahead and continue to fight. Not only myself and our team, but I mean the whole league. So just stay safe and try your best to get ready for games.
How guys missing their assistants missing for COVID, aside from just not having them out there, how did just the events and their absences impact what you guys do and how you
I mean, it's just next man up. Coach Kidd says it every single day. Next man up. It's gonna be times like this where you gotta, when a teammate's down, teammate's injured, or in this case, COVID and missing games because of that. You gotta be able to come in there and contribute and be able to give all you got on both ends of the floor. So, I mean, we're not going to use it as an excuse. I mean, obviously, everybody sees it. But like I said, we can control, and that's going out there every single night, the guys that we have, and going out playing hard. Yeah, I think it's similar to that in last year, especially for us that time when we played Denver and we had like 4 or 5 guys out. So I think it's going to be that stretch where guys that haven't really played that many minutes are going to have to come in and contribute, and we trust and believe in them. I have nothing to say about that. I mean, what can you say? I mean, like I said, control you can control out there. I mean, I have nothing for you.
Isaac, go ahead on Zoom.
Tim, I got a non-game question for you. For a guy like Coach Duffy, how is it having a guy on the bench as an assistant coach, even though he wasn't tonight, guy on the bench that was just playing last year? What's it like having a guy?
I think it's amazing. It's dope for sure. I mean, Duds. I mean, he's my workout guy before the game with him and Sham God. So we talk a lot, and just what he sees out there on the floor is just like us players. We can relate to him, but not only him. Obviously, got KT out there. She plays in the WNBA, but she sees everything. Coach Kidd, obviously, Daryl Armstrong, Sham God. I mean, you name it. We got the staff that not only does, but definitely the staff that sees the floor and we as players can relate to, I would say, for the most part. But yeah, I mean, just having Duds out there, not having a day, he does a great job of talking to us on the bench with so the other coaches on the staff and just his voice and his presence definitely plays a huge role for our team's success.
Last one, Luke.
Yeah, Tim, from your perspective, what does the offense need to do differently to establish more consistency scoring the ball quarter to quarter?
If I had the answers, I'd tell you, boss. That's all I can say. I don't even think it's offense. I think it's if you look at it defensively, shit. Oops, sorry. 27, 29, 30. First 3 quarters for the Timberwolves. You got to do better. Offensively, we 25, 25, 38 in the third, and 17 in the fourth. To me, that's not offense. I think that's defense for the most part, giving up that many points in those 3 quarters, first 3 quarters. So we got to do better. That's all I can say.
Man,
Fiery interview as always with the
Tim. It just look at the first start. Even looks so defeated, man.
Yeah.
Look like he was back on them New York Knicks teams, just taking L's every night. But in most part, he was right. Defensively they were bad. I don't know who that guy was. It seemed like every night it's a no-name Maverick killer coming out and just whooping. I don't know his name, Jalen somebody or something.
No, tonight it was Karl Anthony Towns.
No, but the guy
and D'Angelo Russell, they combined for about 46 points tonight.
Well, come on, Walt. Karl Anthony Towns. Who was guarding him? I put out the barbecue chicken.
Yeah.
Well, I say it was a matter of time before Powell foul out, but unfortunately for him, Kid took him out the game before he can foul out. Listen, I tweeted it out, Walt. It's depressing to Mavs fans when the guy he's guarding, he has no chance against.
None.
Just no chance. Not offensively, not defensively, not rebounding, not intangible. He has no chance against. But they play him because of the money he makes. So, hey.
Well, Gavin Dawson had came in right when I was showing the highlights. So I'll go back to the highlights real quick. Let me get them up here on the screen. Yeah, man. Listen, tonight, like I said, I can't really be too mad at the Mavericks tonight. Their star player goes down. Hold on, let me hit this real quick.
X-rays were negative, so
X-rays, like you said, X-rays were negative, so that's a good thing. That came out of it. But he played good ball tonight before he got hurt.
Yeah,
he played really good, really.
Well,
good
when he went out, it was a matter of time. It was a matter. The Mavs hung in there. They played hard. I give them that. But it was a matter of time. It's just a matter of bodies. Minnesota had better players out there, so it was a matter of time before Karl Anthony Towns or D'Angelo Russell.
And they didn't even have the Ant-Man tonight. So.
Yeah, take control of it.
Yeah, they didn't even have the Ant-Man, so
I was bummed about that because I wanted to see him, man.
Yeah, damn COVID protocols, man. They got everybody. I think, and actually, I'm glad you brought that up because before the game, we found out that Darryl Armstrong and Coach Dudley actually are now in COVID protocol. And I think Kelly asked Coach Kid before the game. Is it speculated that look at that ball movement there? I like that ball movement. Like I was saying, I like the tempo. I like the way the Mavericks play basketball tonight, especially.
I'll tell you what, man.
They ran tonight.
I'll tell you what, man. One good thing's come out of this. Dorian's hooping a little bit, man.
Yeah, 20. What do you?
Yeah, he's hooping a little bit. So
he finished switch tonight.
The last few games, man, he's been dribbling, taking the ball for dribble. He's been hooping a little bit. So I mean, hey, when the rest of the guys get back, keep up that same energy.
Or when the guy gets back, keep up the energy.
Yeah.
But before I was saying, Coach Daryl Armstrong, who I was just messing with the other night on the court,
Mm-hmm.
and Jared Dudley both entered COVID protocol. So now you got those two along with Josh Green and the sniper. I don't know if I should call him the sniper, but the shooter. No, I can't even call him the shooter.
The misser.
The pistol starter is
Pop gun.
Yeah, the pop gun is out there in the protocols. And we definitely want to wish them all. I'm guessing if they out or whatever with the way they're putting it, I'm guessing these guys are having symptoms. So we'll see.
How does that go, Walt? Do they have to test out? Is it like the NFL have to test certain amount of positives?
You can test out, but by now, like the other day, Russell Westbrook was in protocol and he tested out, so he played the other night.
Okay.
So I know the NFL is doing it. I don't know if the NBA came around with it yet, but they're trying to do something to where if you, I think it's just the NFL. If you're showing symptoms, if you're showing symptoms and you're not sick or whatever, then they're basically saying you can play.
Okay.
So
basically, they're trying to get these games. He's trying to play these games.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think they need to pause it for like a week or two after Christmas.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
No, well, yeah, why not? Because it is an explosion of cases, and
the TV deals and stuff like that. They have to put on so many games, but and then the calendar's already set up, so they can't. They'd have to fit it in close to like at the end of the year, like somebody had to play. They'll have to play like back to backs if they fit them if they do that now with the schedule.
Well,
I don't think they want to do, but I guess to them they're saying right now, like they'll put these G League players in, but the good thing for the NBA, I guess what they're looking at is they're getting it now, so when playoffs and stuff come around, we won't have to worry about this again.
Because that's what I was going to ask you. I said, could you see another work stoppage if this thing gets really bad? Okay.
That's why they're letting them sign these G League players.
Okay.
That's the plan they had in place. If anything goes down, then they'll just sign these G League players. Now, what it does hurt is it's going to hurt their Christmas numbers. I mean, right now, the main game on Christmas Day is Lakers, Brooklyn, and
KD,
Golden State, and what's the name? And Phoenix. Those are the games that everybody's worried about. Nobody's worried about the other games.
Yeah.
So I mean, those are the only two games that you really just worry about. And I think I saw today Wiggins got put in protocol, so he probably won't be here in the game. I don't know if this makes Klay Thompson have to actually come back early or what, because right now you saw him say the other day he was coming back in at the beginning of January. He wants it to be a home game when he comes back.
Right.
I don't know if they're at home or they're here. Look at this pass right here.
Yeah, that's okay.
Swish. Fitty swish tonight.
Yeah, man. He's been playing good ball, man. Keep up that same energy.
22s, kid. 22s.
Timmy had a good night tonight.
Timmy had a real damn good night tonight. You can understand his frustration when you put up 28 points and you catch an L.
There go Dory. Yeah, man. Keep that same energy up.
Took a hard foul on Cat there.
Yeah. Cat kind of acted that one out. That really wasn't I tweeted out. Well, I guess you got to be darn near act like you hurt or be hurt to get a flagrant, because that foul that he fouled Timmy with should have been a flagrant because his foot was underneath him. But I guess Timmy had to act like his foot was hurt.
Look at that.
To get that. Oh yeah, man.
Dodo catching lives and everything tonight.
This dude was awesome tonight. Right in your mouth. This dude was awesome tonight.
Ooh.
He looks like old D-Lo.
Ooh. Man, he asked how you want it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah, man. I remember a couple years back when he was traded to Minnesota. I said, would you want D-Lo to play her? And boy, you could imagine all the Mavs fans saying, "No, I don't want him, bro. He's not a good player." Like, okay. Do you know what a good player is?
For real. For real. That is a really good point. Because he was with the Lakers. Did he go somewhere else after the Lakers?
I think he was just trying to get him to Golden State. Yeah, he played with Golden State. He played Golden State.
He did go to Golden State. He did go to Golden State.
Yeah.
Okay, right. And then he came over here to Minnesota.
People were like, "Man, I don't want him here on the Mavs." I said, "Why not? He's another ball creator, and he's 6'4", 6'4.5". He's a big guard."
As a matter of fact, I think he got traded for Wiggins.
Yeah.
When he was in Golden State. Yep, I think that's what happened. Oh man.
Bad defense. You can't. You got let him shoot the three.
Ooh.
Let him shoot the three. If he make it, he make it. You can't run out on him. This dude right here. Who is this guy?
What number?
He got 18 or 20.
Number 4. I think that's Jalen. What's Jalen's last name?
Last game it was Austin
Jalen
Reeves. Now it's Jalen.
Jalen Noel. Yeah.
Jalen Noel.
Yeah.
Unknown Mav killer.
Yeah. Yeah. Saw Shield tonight. What did Brunson give me tonight? 18. He had double. He had 18 and 11.
Yeah. Oh,
Maxie.
Come get some of that. Yeah, no chance.
Out there on the island. Oh man,
they had to double and you had to live with them open threes because you had to help him. He's making $11 million, so good for him. Oh,
okay, Tim, look out.
Listen, Tim, it may not work or not, but he ain't afraid to go in there and try to punch you.
Well, I wish he would do more than I wish he would do more than less shooting. Not that I'm trying to say that anything bad. I'm just saying like that's what they need. That's the type of player they need. Like that'll open up the floor so much more.
Good play.
That will open up the floor so much more if he's driving.
Yeah.
Look,
there you go.
Look, stepping in.
There you go. Whoa.
I'm talking about Dodo. Okay. Finney switch. Oh, don't.
I'm trying to tell you, man. He I don't know what he's been doing, but man, he's picking up these last couple of weeks.
Don't flex on him, Finney.
Good play. Good play.
Very good play. Remember, I said this guy should be in the starting lineup.
But that was it. Too little, too late.
Yeah, pretty.
And we go to 14 and 15. So I think we're in what, 8th? Something like that. I think Minnesota jumped us.
Let's see. Yeah, we're in the 9th. We're 14. We are 9th ranked in the NBA right now.
Okay.
I hope Mark Cuban sees that. I hope he sees and understands that right now.
Do you think he understands it? I mean, good God, Walt. He was out a week and a half ago. He's out on Twitter telling every Mavs fan who was telling them something wrong with the team they were toxic and stupid. So you think he really understands it?
Yeah, no, I get your point. I pretty much agree with that. That's actually
according to him. Hey, he's done nothing wrong. This team's underrated. We don't understand basketball. It's really the basketballs. It's the basketball's issue. Reason why we're not shooting great. So
Kendrick, this week coming up, the Mavericks are gonna actually they go home and play the Timberwolves again.
Yeah, home and home
on Tuesday.
Then you got the Bucks, right?
Then the Milwaukee's gonna come to town. I don't know if Giannis is gonna be playing in that one. Right now, it's speculatory that he's not.
Okay.
Then they're gonna go
to Christmas.
Then they're gonna go to Utah on Christmas.
Woo, that's a blowout. Get ready, Mavs fans. I'm sorry, but you don't look at that too long.
And then on next Monday, they're gonna get the Trailblazers in Portland. And then they're going to Sacramento for 2 games with the Kings to end the year on the 29th and on the 31st. And then the first game of the new year, that's Sunday, they're going to take on the Oklahoma City Thunder.
What time is that?
6 o'clock.
Okay. What time is the Cowboy game?
3:25 that week.
3:25. Okay.
On that one, that's one of those where because of where they start at, that'll probably be a double. No, because they start at 6. Well, yeah, we'll just be starting the Cowboys post game. around that time. So we'll do a double on that. We'll do a double Cowboys and Mavericks post game show on that. On that note, I'll have it over here on my screen or whatever that day. If we're not out and about, I might have to stay home for that one. Might have to stay home for that one. But next Sunday, they don't play. They play that Monday, so we're clear for that.
Right.
But yeah, man, just you I don't know. You should be able to beat Timberwolves. Well, we don't know if Porzingis is playing.
Yeah. Okay. No Porzingis, no Luka. Yeah. No shot. Unless if you get some more Timberwolves with, I can't believe I'm saying this, with protocols or something like that. That's the only way I see it. Listen, KP is so full, he's gonna miss the next game. So they're just giving.
We have to worry about players getting injured and now getting in COVID protocols because it's supposed to last 10 days.
Yeah. So, hey, maybe Luka can play. I don't know, bro. Maybe wait body drop. You may have to get him out of fat camp. Hey, man, you got to come play.
Okay, so this is what just came out a few minutes ago. It says, in an effort to hopefully avoid game disruptions, the NBA and NBAPA are discussing a plan that will require teams decimated by COVID to sign additional replacement players.
Okay.
Well, hold on. There's more. NBA teams will now be required to sign one replacement player when they have 2 positive tests on the roster. For 3 positive tests, two replacement signings are required. 4 positive results are more. 3 hardship signings required. You know what's going to end up happening with this?
What?
They're going to it's going to be a star that's going to come out of this.
Yeah.
There's going to be some guys going to get a shine on and come out real good. So we have one here from the Mavericks. It says the Mavericks are planning on signing guard Theo Pinson from NBA G League Maine Celtics via hardship.
Okay.
And this is because they have the sniper and Josh Green, so they're able to make this move right now.
Okay, but that's good on the NBA, man. If you want to keep the season going, hey, you have to make adjustments.
But see, that's what I was saying. They're not going to stop the league right now. They're just going to tell them, hey, you get to sign these NBA G League players. You know, maybe this Theo Pinson guy might be good. Maybe he can come in, take some minutes up, and get on the floor and shine and make somebody go to the bench. You never know.
Who knows, man? You can find. I think you may have found a success story out of this, and for one of these teams, you can find a diamond in the rough. Somebody could, you're right. Somebody could end up, shining, and hey, anything can happen.
Right now, no other players have entered protocol. Yesterday, it seemed like every second I was getting a notification. This person's got COVID protocol. This person's got this. Okay, so now it says the NBA and NBAPA have reached an agreement on additional replacement players for the teams. So it's official. So you basically sign G League players to come in and fill a role.
Uh-huh. Well, that may end up being the normal. Whether it's COVID or not, they may end up just keeping that.
Well, they may or may not, but right now, in order they can't the games are already, the schedule's already set. Like they can't go back and redo it. Like they already having to do the games that they canceled yesterday and do those during the week. But they don't they can't stop. I want them to pause the NBA, but I don't think they can. Just because they had to play so many games on the deal that they were given on the TV deal. Right. Not then they I think when they miss those games, they end up having to give some of the money back when they miss those games.
Okay. Well, we know about the league and they money. That's one thing you don't want to mess with about when it comes to their money.
Well, yeah, because that dictates the salary cap.
Yep.
So, and the players aren't against it either. So now I saw they came out with a list of rules of basically everybody come in the facility, if you're down on the floor or whatever, you got to have a mask on. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I was just telling my old lady earlier. I don't know if I was like, I might need to stay away from the AAC for a minute, you know.
I was thinking that too, my man.
Yeah.
Because whatever this I can't pronounce it's highly contagious, and guys are just people are just getting this stuff left and right. It's not deadly, but you can catch it real quick. I
Right.
was afraid that I may have got something because maybe 3 days earlier, 3 days ago, I was feeling pretty bad. It's just not today. I'm feeling okay, feeling good, but I was feeling so I didn't go get tested or anything. But yeah, I think it was about Thursday. I was feeling like crappy, man. I said maybe I need to go get tested out. I didn't, but and I like myself. I can't speak enough. I'm vaccinated, boosted out. So but you still whether it's regardless of that, you still can whether it's well, I don't know how you pronounced it, that new variant.
Well, they say it's highly contagious.
Yeah, you can't
and
catch it easy.
yeah, you can catch it easy, but a lot of people, but they're also saying it's not as bad as Delta, and the first one was like it doesn't make you that sick.
Yeah, it won't kill you or put you in a hospital, but it's just
Right.
you can catch it.
Right.
What up?
Money says, "Yo, well, no worries about getting me into the AAC anytime soon."
What? Because they bad?
Yeah, because well, here's the thing though. Like, no, I'm not worried about because like I sit up in the box or whatever.
Right.
That's not my concern. But before the games, I go down close to the floor, and get video and whatever, and people coming in and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. But as far as me worried about getting it from somebody, I'm not really too much worried about that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if it's inside the arena like it is, you never know.
Yeah. Well, I know you were packed in there on Laker night, man. I know.
Oh my god!
You were packed in there on Laker night.
It was like sardines in there, man.
I don't know who that dude was by you out on the post game show, man. Looked like he had a little few. On there.
He was having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was having a real good time. But yeah, man, it just I'm thinking I might still. I'm thinking I might not go. Well, they're on the road for the next week or so. They really don't come back to the AAC. I don't think until January 3rd for the Nuggets. And I don't really think what to the that's up in the air right now.
Okay. So they got a deep road trip. Okay.
They gone for about a week or two.
Okay, so they got this game coming up, and then they go on the road. Okay.
The last game at the AAC is the Bucks game.
Bucks. Okay, they got the Minnesota and Milwaukee, and then they start their little road trip. Okay.
And then they go for a whole week, and then they come back for the Nuggets on the 3rd, and then of course January 5th. That's that one.
That's Dirk night.
I'm going to the Bulls game January 9th, seating and nosebleed. I don't think I will catch COVID at that elevation. I tell you what, D. I'll get with you. You hit me up. I'll bring you down there to where I'm at. Is it just you or you got a whole family or what? Let me know. We might work out something. But yeah, the Bulls game. That's on January 9th. So that's a couple days after that. So
yeah, I would love to catch them around this time.
It's a Sunday game too. Yep.
I would love to catch them around this time, but they probably gonna be full strength around January 9th because they in protocol.
Oh yeah, everybody's playing January 5th. It's Dirk night. Everybody be ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing don't last that long. It don't take you 10 days.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is produce a negative test.
Yeah. Mad fans, it may be a blowout. It may, but at least you get a chance to enjoy Dirk.
Well, they dodged the bullet because what's the name said he's not playing. So
who?
Klay Thompson. He's not. He said he's not coming back to January 8th or 9th.
Okay. Well.
So you dodged a bullet there.
Yeah. Well, you don't dodge a Steph Curry bullet, man. He just keeps coming. He just keeps coming, bro.
Just trying to catch Luke in person before I go back to Jersey. Man, with the COVID stuff, it's gonna be hard to get down there on the floor now. Like before the numbers ramped up, they were and make sure you bring a mask in there because they're making everybody wear a mask now when you come up.
Okay. Okay,
They
because
relaxed,
before
they relaxed on it, but now
they relaxed on it, right? Yeah.
They're not saying it's mandatory or nothing, but if you walk in the hallway or whatever, they're gonna tell you need to put your mask on. But once you get to your seat, you can do whatever you want. You take it off and do whatever you want to do.
Is they still getting free vaccinations up there?
I haven't seen any vaccination stations since it opened back up.
Okay.
If it is, I don't know where it's at. I have to check and see.
I thought I heard that they were giving vaccination.
Yeah, D, get with me in a couple weeks or get with me. We'll see. I'm pretty sure we'll talk to each other before then. But get with me. I'll see where you're at, and I'll probably bring you down there this week with me, and let you sit down there in the good seats. I'll let you there. But yeah, me and Kendrick will be back hopefully Tuesday, where we see the Timberwolves again. Hopefully this time it's a dub. Is all I can tell you. But of course, thank you to Kendrick for being down for both post game shows today for Mavs and Cowboys. I know we love both of these teams.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you something, Walter. You start moving to hockey, or I'm about to let you go, bro.
I can't do
you start moving to Ranger games, then, bro. If you do.
Rangers is Tovash deal. Tovash deal. He handles that. I can't do that. I can't do that at all. But yeah, man, we'll be back here Tuesday. I want to thank Gavin Dawson for joining us. I think over the next couple months, we're gonna be having some more people join us on the post. I've been getting some stuff together with some people. I'm working on something real special for Dirk night. Working on something real special. I'm working on a former Mavs player to see if we can get him either if he's gonna be inside the AAC, if we can get him to come upstairs, or if we can get him to zoom in and do it. But I'm working on that for.
I already know who it is, man. Oh, you have to tell me. I already know who it is. You said former Mavs? I can tell you who it is, Mavs fans.
Who is it?
It's Dennis Rodman.
No, it's not.
Dennis Rodman.
hey, even though his mother actually goes to church with my cousin. No, it's not the worm. The worm will not be joining us on the post game show. No, I will tell you this. I'll go.
I bet you what you taking the Gillies. I bet you gonna show you. Hey, you won't get out. You won't get out of that to the next morning.
I'll tell you what though. I will say this. It was a former player who played with Dirk Nowitzki. I'll tell you that. That's as far as I'll go. You draw up your own conclusion. It'll be so. Although
there's a lot of guys.
Wait, did the worm play with Dirk? I think he did.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, well, no, this is a former player who played with Dirk, who everybody likes. So everybody will be happy with it if I can pull it off.
Okay, well I know one guy. It ain't there. I know one guy. It won't be. You know who? His name starts. It won't be Rondo.
It ain't Chandler Parsons either. You can rule it. It ain't either one of those guys. But hey, man, we'll be back Tuesday. Hey, keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for the stars. Always do his best for business. And if we don't see you around, then we'll see you around.
Believe. No. Gotta believe.